They saying that the editing community is very toxic. I don't see it. At least on my side. I mean, I'm not really tapped in with the editing community. I do make edits for a living, though. You could say rellgotgame on TikTok. Let's see. What are they saying,
The
man?
editing community is one of the largest communities on social media. After all, editing is at the forefront of video creation. Whether you're trying to become a content creator or edit simple videos for yourself, your family, and your friends, you will most likely have come across some of these toxic traits that are found amongst editors. The mean comments, the high egos, the hypocrisy all point to a higher problem that we must uncover in order to understand the true reason as to why editors act in this way. Toxicity is nothing new when it comes.
So toxic. I think what it is just natural competition, really. Cause I mean, I don't know. Cause when you're good at basketball, you're not going in comment section. It's a very online thing. So I think it's just competition online, you know? Cause when you're in basketball, you trash talk down to your opponents and stuff. So I think editors are doing the same thing, but they're doing it through online discourse. Cause you're not gonna trash talk someone. They don't have LAN parties where it's just editors. I should do that, but they don't have editors next to editors and they're just trash talking to each other while they're editing. Like,
Comes to big,
it's the same thing.
Communities take pride in.
I think it's just
topic.
It's just competition,
and will go to extreme lengths to defend its honor. So it's no surprise that we find these same traits in the editing community. And as an editor that's been on both sides, a personal creator and an editor for others, and I can confidently say that there are things that the editing community needs to work on if we want to remove the stigma behind it. All of our words, thoughts, and actions directly impact the community, whether it be good or bad. And that's why we need to stay.
This boy got that epic ass music playing, bro. Boy, this is not that serious, but I get what he's trying to build.
To stop perpetuating these toxic tropes. If all of us decide to change, it will stop many new beginners from quitting. But before we start, make sure to like the video and subscribe, as it will help the channel a lot. These videos take me a long time to make, so any and all engagement helps me post more and just make better videos overall. So
you're not getting that like until you earn that. It ain't sweet out here.
Anyways, let's get straight into it. The first point I want to get into is that editors argue about which app is better. You know, editors are constantly trying to bring each other down, and they're bringing down other editing apps.
And it's After Effects. Davinci Resolve, if you nice with Fusion, I'll give it to you. I've seen some people really nice with Fusion. After Effects, that's a superior editing app.
Okay.
And I'm also guilty of this. I personally feel like some editing softwares garner a certain type of people. For example, Capcut will get mostly kids or people that are not really trying to get better at editing to the editing. And if you're going to be an editor, you got to be at least somewhat good. Even if you're a casual, you still want to learn and be better. But people will often bring other editing apps down, which is pretty bad because we're all doing the same thing. We should not be judging others.
Yeah, all have the same core goal.
That's super superficial. Editors also try to
but thing with Capcut editors,
We switched to Zen.
thing with Capcut editors, bro,
As if,
it's just like, oh my goodness, bro. I'll let him talk. I'll let him speak.
to other editors, although the better editing app does not equal skill. You know, people say that After Effects is a lot better than every other editing
Yeah. A lot of After Effects editors are bunts. I'm gonna be real.
I would beg to differ. It is a very good software, but I might not say the best one. It serves its purpose, but maybe not better than some other people. And just because I may have After Effects, that does not make me the best editor in the world, because a Capcut editor might just be better than an After Effects editor. You know, it's not about the software. The software does not make you you. You know, what they say, it's not the car, it's the driver, it's the skill. I might have butchered that completely, but you get what I'm trying to say. And overall, this just
you said that right.
a stigma based on your editing app. You know, there's already a stigma and a stereotype for Capcut editors. Whenever you think of Capcut, you just think of template edits or low quality edits or even monk edits.
Yeah, that's not all the Capcut, but like, it's what TikTok pushes. So of course people are gonna get mad at that, you know?
And you guys know, if you watch this channel, manga edits, I dislike them very much, very much. I'm just gonna stop there because I'm gonna go on a massive tangent. So people think that Capcut automatically equals that you're making template edits, and people instantly think that if you have After Effects, you're probably using daddy's money, when that is not true at all. You know, different people use different softwares for different reasons. You know, I might be using After Effects because I want to be actually good at editing and I want to get better, but some others might not do that. They'd much rather edit quick videos that are not very hard to make and that everyone's using, just so that it's just easier and quicker. Not everyone wants to be very good,
everybody got a different goal, and I can respect that, you know?
the problem, but I do find it sad that it's the case. And this leads me to my next big point. The first one was that editors argue about which app is better, but the second one is that editors have very high egos. You know, the higher the skill, the higher.
Yeah, for sure, bro. This goes with social media in general. You know, it's fake. So like, everybody's gonna, not everybody, but a lot of people are gonna have a lot of egos, bro. There's a lot of editors out there. Your favorite editor probably, bro. You get to his size, he gonna be mad at you for getting to his size, man. That's the reality in things, man. They don't want to be your friend. Some people do, though.
I don't know what it is with editors, but they do think that whenever
But when
their edits,
they think, like, you know, it's a difficult thing to do. So like, naturally, with a difficult thing to do, you're gonna think you're better than people. But you gotta be humble, bro.
are very good, they can just talk trash about other people's edits and just look
Yeah,
down
that
on
doesn't
other
mean
editors, whether
they
they're
can do
bad
that.
in life. You just don't want to.
They think skill is just the only thing that matters, bro. It's like them looks maxers, bro. They think they look, it's because they look better, they can do anything. You can't do anything just because you look better than the next man.
Be looking down on people, because you always got to remember where you came from. And even if it was natural to you, I can almost guarantee that all of the softwares and all of the knowledge you did not learn instantly overnight. It took time and effort for you to learn. So for you to sit here and have high egos and not even interact with your community just because, I think is pretty annoying. Now, obviously based on the community that you have, they might be annoying, they might be weird. So I mean, I can get it, but most of the time the editing community is not like that. And editors with their high egos will talk down to newer editors, which makes people quit. You know, you want to be something that brings more eyeballs. You don't want to be pushing people away from editing overall, because then there's less editors, and with less editors means less creativity. And the whole goal is to see people's artistic creations, because there's so many creative people out there, and if they're never even have the chance to showcase what they can make, then that's just extremely sad. And we gotta give people their chance, even if they're bad at first. We were all bad at one point, and we gotta remember that. I think that's where editors,
Yeah, that's why, like,
crazy.
I be
highly biased to them.
I be enabling, like, the editors that they're not that skilled yet. Keyword yet, bro. Cause like, given like 3 to 6 months, you could be the next top editor, really, bro. It's really a matter of time, consistency, and dedication, bro. Everybody's path is different though, you know. So I can't hate on the next man, tell him to quit just because he's been trying for 6 months. He's been trying for 7 years. He's still not good at editing. I'm not gonna tell him to quit. He should probably do something outside of editing, but he should keep editing, because eventually, if he just stays consistent, he gets a good streak going, he gonna figure that out.
Their edits and will not give anyone their flowers. You know, just because I made my own edit, I think it's good, but people might think it's bad. And being able to accept that is literally part of the journey, really, because not every single edit will be good. You know, you might really like an edit, it might just flop on social media. And don't hate everyone and the whole algorithm just because it didn't succeed. Editors will really nitpick every little mistake to feel superior. You know, they'll say, oh, this is stiff, there's bad graphs, too many effects, bad song, whatever is better. And I saw
That is the edit.
be thinking like, man, do you not have anything better to do? Like, brother, instead of feeling so threatened about how I edit my videos, how about you go and actually get better instead of criticizing? I think that would benefit you much more than being on forums and just spawning hate, because that's not what the community needs. If there's anything else you'd like to discuss, by the way, feel free to leave a comment and give your personal experience with the editing community. This is a safe space where you can voice your opinions freely without any backlash. So leave your comments and opinions down below, and I'll go over each one and I'll try to give my 2 cents on them. You guys have been going crazy on the recent videos, so I really appreciate it. And if you made it this far into this, are jealous. And this kind of matches with what I was saying a little bit before, that some editors are haters. Obviously, this is not every single editor.
I haven't seen too much jealousy, like, outward. I mean, I don't look for it, but I don't see too much, you know, jealousy. This comes from a guy who gets his edit stolen. I don't see too much jealousy, but like,
But there is a good
explain.
majority of editors that are, and that's the problem. They'll hate on you for no apparent reason. Sometimes you might just make a cool edit that you think is good, or sometimes you just post an edit just to see how it does, and people will just be overly rude.
One thing about what my editing career versus my streaming career, I got hated on maybe twice in my editing career. I'm gonna be real, like, I never get, at least nothing that I see. I never, like, it's way more positive than ever. I've never, I don't know, I don't be seeing hate on my edits, like, ever. But I don't know, maybe I'm not good enough to be hated on yet not big enough to be hated, but I don't be seeing in the millions and millions of views and likes. I have not seen too much hate, but streaming wise, every video is hate, every clip, everything. That's why I like streaming better, bro, because I actually get to get hated. I feel like if you're not getting hated, you're not doing something right. So when I post the edit, it's all positive. I love to see that, but it's like it's not motivating to not be hated, you know. So that's just how I feel.
To you for no reason, and it really just makes you think, like, what do you get out of hating so much? There's no reason. Instead of spreading positivity, you'd rather just go into someone's comment section and just hate on them, especially if they're beginners. Like I said before, if you're talking down to new editors, these people are more likely to quit because they don't have that investment already pre-made to editing overall. They didn't spend that much time in editing, so obviously it'd be easier for them to quit. But we don't want that to happen. We want good editors that don't quit and that are motivated to keep posting, because this is, like I said before, what brings creativity and arts and different trends to fruition. Editors had just a massive inferiority complex, so they'll judge and make fun of you regardless of your, like, the amount of times some people have said my edits are mid, even though I think they're pretty good. But some people will call my edits stiff, mid. Like, I've heard it all, right? Oh, this edit was better. Oh, this person did it better. Like, come on, man. Like, no matter,
I don't know. Maybe that's the anime community, bro. Because my basketball edits, sports stuff, never.
To be people saying that, and I think that's also part of
Maybe I don't scroll down far enough to see it.
Like, there's always going to be people voicing their opinions, and you cannot be loved by everyone. There's going to be people that love your edits and people that hate them. And I think you just got to understand that. But I think as editors, we need to just hold each other accountable, and just, if you see someone hating someone else in comment section, just put them back into place. Because why are you being so rude? There's no reason for that, and especially not in my community. You're not going to be rude to anyone. And yeah, editors will be very jealous of someone's results and be mad at their own. Like, there's nothing you can do. If you're bad at editing, then all you have to do is get better. There's no one else to blame but you. Now, moving on to my fourth point. Now, this might get a few people mad. And before I even say this, I have like a 60% female audience on TikTok for some reason. I don't really know why. Even though I post normal edits, it's kind of confusing, but the female editing community is full of hypocrites. Many of them think it's okay to be condescending to other editors. You know, they'll talk down to your edits. They'll be like, oh,
this, really. Hey, bro, I'll let you know. I am a feminist, and I do support Women's Month, whatever it's called. I support women's rights, but bro, I think the only times I've been hated on were by female editors, bro. I'll let you know. They not afraid to pop it. The male editors, they'll go comment a fire emoji, they'll be like, tough. Female editors, bro, they're not afraid to pop it on you if they don't like it.
Be super condescending when there's no need. Like I said, this is all ego. There's no need. You know, they'll compare, make fun of you, and just judge edits based on their unrealistic review criteria, and it's just super bad. When you're on social media, you really do not want to be comparing what success you're getting compared to others, like, because some people just might have it better than you do, and that's okay. Just the fact that you can learn and get better over time and slowly get a small community over time that grows into something bigger is the whole process. And just the fact that some people get it.
And the edits he's showing is fire. I'm not gonna cap. He's some fire edits. Where you get these from? These is his.
Compare and make fun or judge it.
It look like a TikTok screen recording.
On your personal unrealistic review criteria. They'll also constantly talk down on edits on their other pages. For example, they'll be like, oh, the Sabrina Carpenter edit is better, or this person did it better. This is just stupid. I'm not even gonna talk about this. Like, I mean, everyone has their own opinions, so that's all I gotta say to that. And they'll gaslight you into believing that your edit is bad.
I don't like when they be bringing up other edits, bro. Like, talk about that, what you seeing. Don't bring in this one. Oh, better than the Creed edit, better than they got nothing on this. This editor don't got nothing on. That's one thing. I don't like when you always be comparing. I feel like that's dumb.
You are when their own edits aren't even any better. Like, it's like, how are you gonna talk bad about my edit when your edit is not even that good? Let's be 100% honest. At least
that's human nature to compare, though.
Criticism, because that's something that's actually gonna help the creator make better edits. And this leads me to my last and final point, is that editors refuse to take constructive criticism. They'll be very defensive if you point out some things out to them, and in some cases they'll just completely ignore you and block you. They just don't want to hear it. And I get it. You know, don't give advice that you don't want to hear. But sometimes,
I mean, yeah, that goes with like all like artists, you know. Doesn't mean it's right, but that's like rappers, singers, painters, bro. Like that's hard to hear your baby get just violated like that. Someone tell you it's not what you think it is.
Real criticism, and not just criticism but constructive criticism.
But it's necessary.
And if you try and implement it, and if it works for you, great. If it doesn't, then just don't do it again. Do you really think giving you constructive criticism is labeling an edit with stiff? Just calling something stiff or just labeling an edit with these back quotations does not count as constructive criticism. What exactly is bad with the graph? What exactly is bad about the song? What exactly do you not like about this? Give your opinions. And if it's completely subjective, then I mean, there's many other edits that you can go look at. Like there's hundreds of others that you can go comment on, and you decide.
Constructive criticism, no one can take that nowadays. You give constructive criticism, they gonna tell you hating, they gonna get mad. Yeah, like he said, they can't take constructive criticism, bro. It's a shame, bro, but you just keep dishing it out. Don't hear it.
To comment on this one. I mean, thank you.
Whoever needs to hear it, they gonna hear it.
There was no need. And finally, they refuse to engage with their community, which perpetuates a cycle of just ego and just egoing of doom. That's really what it is. They just refuse to engage with some of their community. Either they're being fake, or they just
you gotta
at all. So
engage, bro. Come on, you can't. You're not better than replying to a comment, liking a comment.
Overall, these are some things that make the editing community, but obviously there are more that I may not have pointed out.
All right, yeah, maybe just bring up the comparison. I don't like the comparison, but that goes in like every field. There, comparison just like a part of life. I think you brought up some valid points right there. Edit community. There are toxic parts of every community, but I wouldn't say it's toxic as a whole. It depends on which side of the edit community you are on, I'd say. If you like what you do, like the video, let me know what y'all think down below. Shout out to Sprinted Edits W video.